Hey everyone, what's the crack? Lawrence here. We're outside today because I couldn't unbox this inside the house. It is absolutely massive. This is the brand new O-Rouge cooled seat. This is a seat with cooling built into it. So those of you who game during the summer, who sit in your Sims with your VR headset, getting sweaty, this is an exciting product for you. I'm excited about it. I've been talking to them for months and months now. They've put a lot of engineering into this product and I can't wait to get it unboxed, put it on the rig and see if it's all hype or if it is actually as cool. That was bad. That was bad. No, I'm not gonna leave that in. Can't wait to get this in the rig, see if it's as good as they say it is. This has a lot more padding than my current seat, so I'm excited about that too. This is an EU made product and yeah, I can't wait to unbox it. Let's do it. Man, this is like really difficult to unbox. I've got the two cameras set up, but it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. Let's get this opened. Definitely don't want to cut anything inside. So this seat, as I say, this is made in the EU, so that's kind of cool. It's an EU product. There's a lot of padding and stuff in here, but as you'd expect, we can see the seat. Neighbours are going to be delighted with this blowing around the estate now. Put this here and let's cut this box open so you guys can see. Now I have to be careful over on this side because the seat is over here, so I'll just cut that a little, tear that down. As you can see, pretty typical boxing. It looks pretty safe. A lot of padding. It's kind of waste. I like that it's not all brand new packaging that they use to stuff this. It seems to be stuff that they've recycled. I'm not sure if that is the way that they'll do it you know, for everybody, or if that's just for me. But I like seeing stuff reused as packaging materials. So we've got loads of O-Rouge tape, so it's all branded tape. There is a box stuck to this here, so we'll see what is in that box. Could be a power adapter, could be, you know, anything like that. Not 100% sure, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, it's a power adapter with a UK plug, and it's just a small little DC adapter. So let's put this off to the side. Oops, somewhere where we're not going to lose it. Just put that over here, and then, oh, that looks nice. That looks pretty tidy. Let's get this plastic off it. So it's on a couple of pieces of foam as well, just to protect it during transit. Here we go. Look at that. Okay, so it's got like shoulder bolster padding here. It's a nice rigid bucket seat. They do this in one of those wraparound bucket seats as well. The main reason I didn't get that is because when you're creating content and that, you don't want that kind of blocking your vision. I look up at the camera and stuff like that. So even though it's great for immersion, and especially in VR, I actually found it quite good to use one of those seats. I chose to go for this particular style of seat. I don't think there's much difference in the price between those, but it looks like a very ordinary seat. And like for a second there, I actually forgot about the party piece, which is these cooling fans in the back here. Now, as far as I've been told, these fans are pretty silent, and when you sit in this and you turn it on, it's not much different to a normal seat at first glance. So what they've recommended that I do is that I actually do an extended session in it with the fans off first, which I think makes a lot of sense. And then when I'm nice and warm, turn on the fans, because then you can feel it pulling all that heat away from your body. This is a highly engineered product. You can't remove these cushions because all the ducts and stuff are all built into those cushions, and the material that's used, you can see especially on the inner two cushions here. The material that's used is actually quite different to the other material, and that's supposed to be a very special breathable material. You can see it's not exactly sitting flush to the padded material, so that'll be interesting. There's a fair bit of padding. I mean, compared to my old seat, there's a lot of padding, but yeah, let's get it installed and on the rig. The mounting options, we've got side mount options. Oh, we can see at the bottom there's another fan here. Some of these ducts are not fully flush here. It doesn't look like that's stuck in there, so that's a bit of a pity. Maybe just a minor quality control issue. We've got a little motor, not a motor, a little power adapter on here that obviously powers all these fans. It's very tidy, it's very neat. Yeah, side mount here, so I'm going to have to reuse my side mount rails. It doesn't come with rails, and I'm not sure if rails are an option with it. We can also see on the back here that these are not fully flush. They don't sit fully flush, so if that is important, that may be a concern for you. At the front, they all look fine. That looks nice, looks very tidy. So if you're looking from this side, absolutely no issue. Some gap issues there. These little vents are actually very, very subtle. I was expecting, you know, big things stuck onto the back, so I'm actually quite happy with that. That's you would barely notice even at a glance. People may not know how high tech this seat actually is. We can see, oh, the little at the side here, we've got a little adjuster so that we can turn it up and turn it down. I love that. Very neat, very tidy. Yeah, let's get it on the rig. Let's see how it performs. So here we are in the rig. I've got it installed. The reason there's a slight bit of movement in it right now is because it's on a seat mover, and when that's powered off, there's quite a bit of movement in that. When it's powered on, it's a lot more solid. First things I can tell you is it's very comfy. It's a lot more comfy than the seat that I have had in the rig for the last couple of months, but it just has a lot more padding. So much so that, and I guess I'm quite broad, it had these little shoulder paddy things here. I've taken those out because I don't actually need them. It fits quite snug as it is. Now, this is actually going to add another layer to my motion as well, because the side bolsters are actually quite nice, quite tight. So that's nice. I'm not sure if these come in different sizes. That's one thing that I didn't check. I wasn't asked if I wanted a particular size. Maybe they made a good guess. I'm a 34-inch waist, and it's not tight. It's comfortable for me. But if you're larger than a 36, probably wouldn't really be comfortable in this. So that's one thing worth noting. The side mounts on the seat are a little bit tricky. As I was installing those and putting it on my rig and putting it on seat sliders, I did scratch the seat slightly. Luckily, it's not in a very, very obvious place, but the back of the seat is all in perfect condition and really nice. Now, I haven't turned it on properly yet. This is going to be the first time that I turn it on. I saw a light on the little knob on the side of it where you adjust the, because it's not software controlled, this little hardware controlled knob. I saw that there's power in that, so there we go. I can actually feel air going through it right now. So that's great. I'm going to turn this off and I'll tell you why. I'm going to do a live test of this on my stream. On my stream, there's so much going on. There's a huge amount of pressure on me. I have a heart rate monitor that often goes up to 170, and I'm in the middle of it, in the thick of it. I've not done a session in this yet. My first session in this seat is going to be live on stream tonight. Now, going to be the first hour, I'm going to race with this seat off. So that's important. It's going to be off. I expect to get pretty sweaty, pretty hot and heavy. What I want to do is at that moment when I finish that race, turn it on, and while I'm chatting to the people that are on my stream, I want to see if it makes a major difference. I want to see if that heat is extracted from my body, because that's kind of, you know, rather than just pushing in cold air, it's designed, and it's actually designed in a fairly sophisticated way to pull heat away from the areas where the heat generates. And I mean, you all, it's no secret. I know people kind of laugh when they talk about it, but it's no secret where that heat is generated and where it's going to be pulled away from. So I have high hopes for this. It is an expensive product at €800. That's without the seat rails. Now, the seat rails aren't crazy expensive. It comes in at around 820, I think, with the seat rails. You can also get the seat with the side parts as well. I can't remember what it's called now. The name has just escaped me, and you're all going to tell me in the comments what it actually is. But when I'm creating content, I don't want something in my face like that, so I've gone for this model seat. But they do the other model seat, and that is slightly more expensive than this seat. Another thing actually worth noting, the lumbar support is quite good, so I can arch my back quite nicely, and it gives me very good support. So it does definitely give me better support than my previous seat. So the seat itself, I don't have any complaint. It actually reminds me very much of when I had a drift car, my bucket seat, and how I depended on that. So for steering as well, it means my shoulders can't move as much as they used to. So that's nice. I'll see how that plays a factor. In a couple of seconds on this video, you're going to see me mid-stream, and you're going to see the activation live. Sweating. Right, I really can't wait to turn the seat on. Should I turn it on? I'm going to turn it on the big straight. Oh, shit. Right, I'm going to turn it on here. Switch gears. I can feel it. Jeez. There's definitely a breeze on my back. It feels like someone, you know that feeling when someone opens a window? My back, I'm especially feeling it on my back here. That's P6 across the line. I'm just gonna keep driving for a bit. Man, I really feel it on my back. So my lower back definitely gets sweaty. This is the end of the race. The race is over now. Really feeling it on my lower back. That's great. That's nice. I've turned it up kind of high. I can feel a bit of a draft at the side of the seat, which is fine. I can only feel it on the right hand side. Just doing a cool down lap, literally a cool down lap. Yeah, I can definitely feel it on my back. There's supposed to be one like, oh yeah, I'm wearing jeans. I always wear jeans, which is probably not the ideal attire for this. But I'm definitely feeling a lot of cooling. Let's see how, can I crank it up more? I have it up to the max now. Not sure if you guys can hear it in the background. That's refreshing. That is nice. What I'll probably do for the next race is just have it on pretty low and constant. Because right now, it's literally blowing cold air at me. But the nice thing about it is that the air that I'm feeling feels cooler than the air in the rest of the room. So that's really nice, and it's going through the cushions. So, yeah, split one, I'd say, after this race. That is nice. Alright. I'm liking that. It's properly cool on, like, my lower back. And I can feel it under my ass as well, which is, like, where you want it. It's really good. I'm liking that. Liking that a lot. So that was my live first impressions. A little bit of a different format to this video. Let me know in the comments if you actually did like this format, if you liked seeing it live on stream. When I sent O-Rouge an email saying I was going to do it live on stream, they got a little bit nervous. But I do think that people often underestimate how genuine my first impressions videos are and why I feel there's a lot of value in them. As you can see in the background, that's my old seat in the background. You can see there's significantly less padding in that, even though it's a beautiful looking seat. And I will miss having my logo in the top of the seat. But this is a lot more comfortable. It has better support at my hips as well, which is nice for motion. The seat is, very comfortable. It handles my motion system quite well, which is just a seat mover. So it does quite a lot of movement independently of the rig. So that's a little bit kind of, I guess, different for those stress points on the seat. And a little bit unique to my situation. So even though this isn't an FIA certified seat, you would expect it to be built to a similar standard, even though it doesn't have that expensive certification at the end of it. The shoulder pad pieces are comfy if you're a little bit smaller, but they were kind of cramping me a little bit. And I find that I have really nice support just on those. So it's a well-shaped seat. I'm not sure if they make the seat themselves or if they outsource it or whatever, but it feels really good, really nice. I like the logo in there. It's going to be, I guess, seen a lot on my stream, even though they're not a sponsor of the stream. But it's pretty cool to see that logo embroidered in there so nicely. These bits here really would be really good for a seatbelt. If I was using a seatbelt system like that with a tensioner, that would be kind of cool. Other than that, the switch is in a beautiful location. It's absolutely perfect because as you're driving, you just click that switch. It is absolutely perfect. It's just down to the right hand side. Very compact and very out of the way. I keep forgetting to turn it on when I sit in the rig, which is kind of a testament to how, like, if I had a wind sim in my face, I would kind of, I must turn that thing on. With this, I actually forget. So I'm like, I've one race done, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to turn on my seat. Hopefully I'll just remember that in future. They did suggest that you could just put it on the switch that all your stuff is powered by, but I don't switch stuff off at the wall and all that kind of stuff. So I just need to remember. But that's a minor problem. That's a user problem, not an actual product problem. Other than that, my first impressions are very, very good. It is a very expensive product, but I have been assured by them that you can expect world-class service if you should have any issues. Which it's a relatively simple product and it is relatively well made. So it is the first of its kind, and I think that is a very important thing to remember, as well as it being made in the EU, which is significantly more expensive than other areas in the world. This is the first of its kind, so it's going to be somewhat more expensive. As the market kind of, if this takes off and if more competitors arrive, or if DIY kits start coming out or whatever, maybe the price will come down, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does. For now, my gut instinct is saying, like, before I used it, I would have said it's not worth €800. It's like €800 for a seat. It's a lot of money. You can buy a bucket seat and all that kind of stuff. But then if you consider the engineering and the kind of the craft that's gone into it, the fact that it actually works, like, that is the kind of because I wanted to do it live on stream so that people saw if it was real or if it was just a gimmick. If it's just a gimmick, I don't want to recommend people buy it. If it actually works, then at least you see that it actually works. They were my first impressions. So hopefully that gives you some kind of an indication. I am doing a longer term review, as I do with all my products, and of course I'm reviewing a lot of other products at the moment as well. So stay tuned to the channel, get into my Discord. In there I give live updates whenever I encounter any issues. I give people a bit of an insight into the problems that I'm facing with all the hardware that I'm using. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday. If you liked that little snippet in this video, more of the same on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm Lawrence. Thank you very much for watching. I'll chat to you later.